I honestly cannot wait any longer for Pokemon Sun and Moon. At the time of this video, we are just under 2 weeks away from its release date in the United States. And speaking of the demo, some hackers were able to data mine the entire demo and decode so much information about the games. And the thing that they decoded that I am the most excited for is all of the Alola Pokemon. So I thought it would be fun to look at all of these Pokemon and count down my top 5 Pokemon in Sun and Moon. And don't worry, this video will be 100% spoiler free. It just so turns out that all of my favorite Pokemon from Sun and Moon have already been officially revealed, so you won't be seeing anything new here. As always, make sure you guys leave a like rating if you do happen to enjoy the video and to subscribe for more Pokemon content. But with all that being said, let's get right into the video. In the number 5 spot, we have Trampa. Trampa is the placid Pokemon and is a normal and dragon type. Ever since this Pokemon was revealed, I have loved him. His design is hilarious, but yet so cool looking. And apparently Trampa is a very friendly Pokemon too. On the Pokemon website it reads, Trampa are especially gentle with children and often appear at schools and parks where children gather. I think this is great because most dragon types are menacing, but Trampa mixes it up a bit being very friendly. However, I do wish that instead of Trampa's typing being normal and dragon, it was a poison and dragon type. This would be a really cool type combination and would go decently well with Trampa's design. Trampa also has a new ability called Berserk, which is very interesting. With the Berserk ability, Trampa's special attack will go up by 1 when its HP drops under half, which could be very interesting and decently scary if you're up against a Trampa. Next up, we have one of the guardians of the Alola region and the guardian of Akala Island, Tapu Lele. I honestly don't know why I like this Pokemon so much, and I don't know why I like it more than the other island guardians. Well, except for Tapu Bulu. I think I know why I like Tapu Lele more than Tapu Bulu. But anyways, I think Tapu Lele just has a really cool design. Tapu Lele is a Psychic Fairy type Pokemon with a new ability called Psychic Surge, and this new ability could be very interesting in battle. With Psychic Surge, the field will be turned into Psychic Terrain when Tapu Lele appears in battle, boosting the power of any Psychic type moves used by a Pokemon on the ground and preventing them from being hit by priority moves. So not only are your Psychic moves going to be boosted, but blocking out priority moves is absolutely insane. In the number 3 spot, we have the middle evolution of the Litten line, and it is Toricat. Ever since Toricat got revealed, I have been preaching that it is one of my favorite Pokemon. Its design is just so cool in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like Litten and Incineroar, but just know if I choose Litten as my starter, it's purely because of Toricat. Unfortunately, Toricat's typing and ability aren't very interesting, but what can you expect from the middle evolution of a starter's evolution line? However, on the Pokemon website it reads, the bell-like object attached to the base of Toricat's neck is a flame sac, an organ that can produce flames. Toricat's emotions cause a rise in the organ's temperature, and when the organ spits flames, it rings with a high, clear sound of a bell. Toricat attacks using the flames emitted from this bell. And I don't know why, but that is really fascinating to me. The number 2 spot goes to what I think is one of the coolest Pokemon of all time, and it's Silvally. If you didn't know, Silvally is the product of when the Pokemon type Null gains the trust of a partner and destroys the heavy mask it wears on its head. And apparently, according to the Pokemon website, Silvally will protect its trainer from danger and will put its own life on the line. So if Pokemon was real, Silvally is definitely a Pokemon I would want to have. We also know that Silvally is related to Arceus in some way. I mean, its ability RKS system is pretty close to Arceus' multi-type ability. The Pokemon website reads, Silvally's ability is called the RKS system ability, which no previous Pokemon has ever had. By having Silvally hold items that correspond to each Pokemon type, it can change its own type. Multi-attack is a move that only Silvally can learn, and this move's type changes based on which type-related item Silvally is holding, which sounds pretty much exact to Arceus' ability and signature move, Judgment. And not to mention, the name of the ability RKS system is definitely a play off the name Arceus. And last but not least, in the number 1 spot, we have a Pokemon that you guys probably did not expect to be my favorite Pokemon from Sun and Moon. And that Pokemon is Sakamoto. I don't know what it is with middle evolution Pokemon, but I just love them so much. Sakamoto has a really cool typing of dragon and fighting and has the abilities bulletproof and soundproof. If you played the Pokemon Sun and Moon demo all the way through, at some point you would have taken on a Sakamoto, which was a totem Pokemon. And seeing this Pokemon in the overworld and in battle just gave me more reasons to love it. There's not much to say other than I think this Pokemon is really cool looking. Don't get me wrong, Jangmo-o is adorable and Komo-o is super cool, but something about this guy puts him above any other Pokemon in this evolution line, and above all other Alola Pokemon too. Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you guys tell me what your top 5 Pokemon in Sun and Moon are in the comments below. I would love to hear. And also make sure you guys leave a like if you happen to enjoy the video and subscribe for more Pokemon content. Peace out, guys.